Do you have an old, ugly, dated mirror that has seen better days? Today I'm sharing how I painted my 30-year-old mirror into something spectacular just using a little bit of paint and some wax. I'm also sharing how I paint these mirror frames without removing the mirror. Just let me get set up and I'll be right back. Let's start. Here's the fun part. Here's the mirror I started with. It'll be fabulous for staging and styling my furniture, or I think I just might find a great place in my house for it again. This is a 30-year-old mirror. I had it hanging in my last home, and then I stored it when I moved into this house 20 years ago. It measures over 4 feet tall and 30 inches wide and weighs a ton. These old mirrors are built to last and can be totally transformed with a little paint and some imagination. As you can see, when I pulled it out of storage, it was super filthy and had a few chips, but check out all this gorgeous detail. I absolutely love a classic piece that can stand the test of time. And over 30 years old with an updated finish, I'll be trying to make it look as amazing as the day I bought it. So let's get started. I gave the frame a really good cleaning. I sprayed it with white lightning cleaner, and I used a dollar store brush to get into all the nooks, crannies, and crevices. I made sure to have an old towel on hand to wipe and dry the scroll details and the frame as I went along. Once it was all clean and dry, I used a putty knife to scrape off any loose and chipping paint. Most of the chipping paint was on the bottom of the frame, and I'm guessing that's from being on the floor. Well, I actually had boards underneath it, but I guess that's from being on the boards and the floor in storage. For a solid finish, whether you're working on a frame or a piece of furniture, the chipping paint must be removed. You don't want to apply paint onto paint that's already chipping because your new paint job is just going to start flaking off eventually. To get a neutral base, I chose cobblestone chalk mineral paint color. And you may remember I used it on these cobblestone nightstands. I love this color. It was painted on super smooth using my medium oval brush, and it applies beautifully. As you can see, I don't worry about getting any of the paint onto the perimeter of the mirror. Rather than mask off the mirror with, say, a painter's tape or a painter's tape and some newspaper or covering up the mirror, I just had fun and went ahead and painted this frame up. And in a bit, I will show you what I used to remove the dried paint off the mirror. It is a super time saver. And here's a quick tip. To make sure that the paint gets into all the crevices and the rattan on this mirror frame, I pounce the brush up and down. Now, this is really, it's hard on a paintbrush, I'm not going to lie. So a good quality brush is needed for this pouncing technique because I've used some dollar store brushes and some cheapo brushes in the past and tried pouncing them up and down, and the bristles just break right off. Causes a mess because then you get a bristle stuck in your paint and you're fishing it out. It's just kind of messy. So if you are painting anything with a lot of detail and crevices and you need to get that paint into all the grooves, just get yourself a really good quality paintbrush and pounce away. Once my paint had dried, I started waxing. And to give this mirror more dimension and age, I brushed on some brown wax. I have a designated, this brush is very old. It's a 3-inch old dollar store brush that I keep specifically for waxing. And I love it because I don't have to worry about washing this brush out. I just use it. I wipe the excess off on a shop towel and I throw it back in the drawer where I keep all my brushes. And it's ready to go whenever I am. I don't use wax as much as I used to on my projects, and I'm not sure why, because it is an easy way to create dimension and it helps bring out the details with little to no effort. It works beautifully. Now for a little extra gold highlights. To bring out some of the details, I rubbed on some gold gilding wax to enhance the highlights. And this is so fun. It seriously works like magic. I just use my fingers. I do wear gloves, and I just dip my finger into the gold gilding wax and I just glide it along whatever detail panel I want, and check it out. I mean, it just makes such a huge difference. And once everything had dried, it was time to clean this girl up. So, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't worry about getting paint on the mirror as I was painting. Instead, I prefer using my mirror scraper tool to remove the dry paint after my mirror frame is all finished. I picked up a razor blade mirror scraper online, and as of writing my post on Tuesday, these razor blade mirror scrapers were 40% off on Amazon. If you don't shop online, it's no worries. They also sell at Home Depot and many other hardware stores. And even without the sale price, they're pretty inexpensive. Once all the dry paint was removed, I went ahead and cleaned all the shavings with my shop vac. Then to sparkle this girl up, I used a shop towel and some Windex. So just as a refresher, let's take a look at the before. And here's the finished look. What do you think? I'm loving the cobblestone with all the waxing detail. I think it looks so elegant now. So much better than the white paint. And I don't know if you have this problem as well, but photographing mirrors is a challenge. You just have to be so aware of what's happening in the reflection. And getting a straight-on shot without a tripod leg, me, or my baby Gigi is near impossible. She is just so darn cute. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you found it helpful, please leave me a like, a comment down below. I always love hearing from you. And be sure to share this video and subscribe. You can also find me over at salvagedinspirations.com, where I have over 500 furniture painting tutorials teaching you how to make your furniture beautiful. Until next time, I hope you have a fabulous week. Bye, guys.